2. Check. You already know what it is. Moorish MC. Yeah, yo. All praise due to Allah, no bow ties. On my tracks, rappers get the warp speed blow-bys. Stay in my lane around corners, one man, no eyes, Cyclops Bay. Covenant not new like pole lights. Running a fraud, you paid 4,300, Lord, this in the legend. Typical coon and reverence, but people support getting played robbed for birthrights. It's not about fiat, your energy quenches their thirst, right? Vampires and warlocks speak with finesse in their speech. Subconscious mind traps won't release, detecting a breach. They dissing their prophet, Duality, they dissing their creed. Before you follow dirty Moors, listen to me. Every Moor is not your bro, most of them sold out. Axe Khalid, Malcolm, Shabazz, and the ones that know about getting stabbed in their back for talking about rights. Minus the civil, notwithstanding, like a cripple. You better think nowadays, fam, use your head. The only savior is you, the priesthood is dead. You better think nowadays, fam, use your head. The only savior is you, priesthood is dead. You better think nowadays, fam, use your head. The only savior is you, priesthood is dead. You better think nowadays, fam, use your head. The only savior is you. Middlemen come calling themselves prophets and God sends, claiming they're sovereign, following hillbilly nonsense, saying Moors are wrong, taking things out of context. Stupidity of conscious blacks is an inferior complex, following leaders that won't go with you off the cliff, lying about slavery and even about slave ships, robbing the ignorant, saying papers filed federal, under the jurisdiction of attorney generals, claiming straw men for credit in a debt system. Yes, bonds from the treasury are really from the IMF. I am just saying what I see from the conscious, begging for donations while acting obnoxious, with no solutions. 1,500 for service products that cost 50 cents to print. These black devils are off their rockers. They don't feel awkward giving state ID to coppers. Highwaymen think killing the bay is gonna stop us. You better think nowadays, fam, use your head. The only savior is you, priesthood is dead. You better think nowadays, fam, use your head. The only savior is you, priesthood is dead. You better think nowadays, fam, use your head. The only savior is you, priesthood is dead. You better think nowadays, fam, use your head. The only savior is you, priesthood is dead.
We declare our rights on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
Black history you find ridiculous.
You're going to relegate my history to a month? Oh, come on. What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? Come on.
I'm Jewish.
Okay. Which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh. Why not? Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man.
The street is my world. I don't pretend to go uptown and be anything fancy. I can, but I find more real in the world that I'm in than I do the tinsel. And the real world is the one I have to deal with every day, you know. Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
Let the bass kick.
Playtime been over since y'all dropped the ball. Bound to the continent, there's no asylum for y'all. Pushing the black Asiatic game with Ford L and Pool Bay. Before NOI, I rep draw L all day. How many fakes proclaim to be the reincarnation and claim to be the true head of the Moorish nation? No mention of me ill, but I read his letters. Dirty Moors mad cause they thought they dead as letters. Many were there when decisions were handed down. Now they claim that Ill was not ordained, not commissioned, not called or appointed. With divine plans for ages, but Dirty Moors making changes. Working with FBI during infiltrations. In affairs and alleys giving bogey smoke inhalations. And secret wars were made, heads are made in public mentions. Don't believe, get the minutes of the first convention. Kirkman and Lomax Bay got called out as villains against the Prophet Soden and L. Call Givens. Thousands of Moorish Americans followed those leaders that killed the prophet and made Moors pirates not readers. They don't study, brains hollow. To crush the truth, plant dissension in the ones that follow. Robbed the treasury, felt like they hit the lotto. Took advantage of the faithful Moors in their times of sorrow. Moments still critical, 100 years later, the message. Stick to the principles in your actions, be progressive. Don't sell your soul for a title, take your membership role. Watch out for grand cheeks pushing you in a censorship hole. The sellout was great, now they comfy and won't get the hell out. Active Moors come around, they get clumsy. Not humbly, but act grumpy and jumpy. Active Moors see them touchy and think it's lovely. With faces ugly, I push back so don't shove me. If not for love, it would be just as Dirty Moors get from me. Hitting all reincarnates with writs of discovery and demanding the treasury recovery and love for money. Wearing affairs don't make you a Moorish adept. Dirty Moorish heads are Boy Scouts and cadets. Working for FBI inspectors, slaves for gadgets. Claiming they got pulled, but they really dead magnets. Running a fraud that's done cause new Moors are here. One for all for one profit like musketeers. Bay, not Tampa or Buccaneers. I strike nerves like harp strings on those puppeteers. Pushing misconceptions as features and calling it facts. Swinging my scimitar tongue, not a fireman's axe. Quick to call me out as dirty, say I violate acts. If you don't nationalize, know that I annihilate blacks. Nailing through their palms with incepts on beams of wood. Burn crosses on black lawns in my Moorish hood. Black Klansmen like movie from 1960s. White power, not supremacy like Clayton Bigsby. Now I run through illusions, battling my arch nemesis, misconfusion. She's been trying to keep me out of course, facing losses, calling all her negative forces. 99 years past, Duality said 50 would pass, and you wouldn't know about me, or even know what I brought for you. NOI and UNIA knew about him too. Most thought that they could bury the movement, be in charge, passive and abuse it. But Drew said new Moors would come with eyes open, seeing and knowing, far from hoping. Far from belief in faith, master fruition. Study the laws of nature, activate intuition. One day our wheels of industry will stop, and when it starts again, Moors will be on top. Drew Ali blessed with latent power. Warned you, get out the way or be ground to powder. Drew Ali didn't kill you fast, but he brought you your title and estate vast. Confusion continues to confuse, no remembrance of Maghrib al-Aqsa by Moorish descendants. Now I run through illusions, battling my arch nemesis, misconfusion. She's been trying to keep me out of course, facing losses, calling all her negative forces.
Islam, Moors, peace and love. We're here once again for another one, because you know it's constant damage control. Unfortunately, our own bin sold us out, left us hanging out to dry. Luckily our hands were free. We pulled off the clothespins, jumped off the line, and here we are, ready to beat these people in their head, talking crazy. So we just wanted to bring you back, because a lot of these new people, like we were talking about earlier, they don't know anything about what's been going on. They're just getting on game and think they figured something out. So I want to take you back to March 13th, 2020, when we got the email from consular guys who are pushing their Moorish American travel document BS. We're pushing their Moorish American travel document BS because they think they got away with something. Because, you know, they think they got away with something. Now, Duality told these Moors, these same Moors who don't give him honors, don't have his picture on their website, these same people told them, don't name your children Ali. Don't do it. And then Noble Duality told these Moors, everything I say is spirit. Moors had better heed. Oh, you're not heeding? Okay. So we have the email from the consul, Kadim Ali Bey. Why he named himself Ali? Isn't that in violation of Prophet Noble Duality's orders to these Moors? If Noble Duality ordered these Moors, don't name themselves Ali, and then they're going to name themselves Ali, which is in violation of Noble Duality. They're going to tell Cujo, you're violating Act 6 because you're telling lies on your brother. No, I'm not. They call themselves Ali. They're a fraud. It's that simple. They're calling themselves Ali. That's a violation. They're not supposed to name themselves Ali. And then now here you come along, you think you know something. You're going to go with these guys who are creating some documents telling you that this is the Moorish American stuff. No, it's not. That's not Moorish American anything. It's Moorish China or something like that. It's not Moorish American. It's Moorish Shanghai. There's Moorish Taiwan, Moorish Indonesia, Moorish Asia. That ain't Moorish American. That's Moorish over there, across the Atlantic Ocean, across Africa, and then you get to those people's stuff. That's where they're at with it. They tried to rope us in. We're telling you, they tried to rope us in. We had the phone conference with them on the phone. Didn't even have any way of talking to them. Had to download some app so we could talk to them because they can't even make phone calls from where they're at. And these people are consular or whatever. These people can't even make a phone. Talk to Brother Sheldon today. Easy. Easy peasy. Dial number. Brr. Give me a call. Phone ring. He called me back. No problem. Consular court people, we have to download this. That didn't work. Download some other thing. That didn't work. How come stuff's not working? Oh, don't worry. You know, we got to make this happen because the Moors getting together. Unity. No, they're not. They're not doing unity and none of that. They're playing you. And all people keep falling for it. One after the other. One after the other. One after the other. And then new people who don't even know about their birthrights are looking, and then they're looking at Moor. I don't want to be a Moor because look, the Moors don't even have their stuff together. Look at the Moors. They don't have their stuff together. They don't even know that they're part responsible for Moors not having their stuff together. Because they're Moors too. They just want to be unconscious Moors. Right? Oh, and just for the record, make sure you check the pinned comments because you ask your questions in all caps in our chat. We have protocol for our stuff. You don't know what these other people are doing out here? When I see your question, but in our stuff, put your question in all caps. So, yes, we're talking about Moorish American consulate who's in affiliation with Moorish American travel document. So all these people are the same people. Same bunch of frauds. Violating Noble Duality, calling themselves Ali. But then when you go on Moorish consular court stuff, they're, well, you're not supposed to give yourself titles of nobility. Don't call yourself king, and don't call yourself sheriff, and don't call yourself queen and empress, and don't call yourself all the titles because, you know, oh yeah, and don't call yourself Ali because Noble Duality said don't do that or whatever. And then people in their thing are calling themselves Ali, and you are taking this stuff serious? Really? You're taking them serious. You're not going to take RV Bay Publications serious, who's been had judicial proclamation paperwork on their website 10, 15 years. You're not taking them serious, but you're going to take the guys who came yesterday serious and go get their documents. They came yesterday. And they didn't even tell you that they jacked everything that they got from the RV Bay Publications website. Everything they got. The concept of having a nationality card comes from Great Seal, which is RV Bay Publications website. Telling you some BS about they got a flag and you do their flag and whatever like that. The Grand Rising Star flag and all this BS. They jack stuff from Noble Duality, which is on rvbaypublications.com. Made sure, without a shadow of a doubt, to put whatever in the pocket or suck something or whatever to get Master Teacher's picture up there so they could parade around as if they're credible because Master Teacher's picture is up there. So we got to run with them. You know. Really? That's what's going on here? This is what's going on. So given the whole rundown, right? Moorish divine and national movement of the world. Moorish American travel document is a wing of a Moorish divine national movement. No, they're not. They're not a wing of anything having to do with Noble Duality. These people are a fraud. We're telling you they're a fraud. We're telling you they're a fraud. We're not asking, we're not assuming, we're not supposing. We're telling you. If you're riding with them, you're riding with Moorish Consular Court. If you're riding with Moorish Consular Court, we're grabbing you by your collar, we're pushing you against the wall, and we want to know where Shalom Bay is. If you can't answer, you're a fraud. Where's Shalom Bay? Anybody? Anybody Consular Court people in the chat? Where's Shalom Bay at? We want to know where he's at. I don't want to know about no travel document. I don't want to know about any papers. I want to know where's the Grand Rising bald head guy who never wore a fez ever. Everybody else around him has a fez. He's not have no fez on. Nobody, bells and whistles weren't going off, try to tell you something. And then he disappeared. And then Sharon got kidnapped in class and all that stuff. They didn't do no extraction and all that stuff. They let her get kidnapped. On live. Nobody didn't do anything? Nothing? Everybody's just dum-de-dum-de-dum, twiddling their thumbs, pretending like they don't know what's going on? You really pretending like you don't know what's going on right now? And then people in the DM, why are you against your brothers? Moorish brothers, unity and all that. What are unity? What the hell are you talking about? Unity with who? Which traitors are you talking about? You find me some Moros, find me some Pakistanis, find me some anybody else that has a nationality who plays games with traitors. Find me someone, anybody out there who's part of a nation who, when they see traitors, they say, hey, the traitors, come on down over here. Hey, how you doing? Long time no see. Islam, hugs and all that stuff. Come inside, get some juice. No? So, when you go and check Moorish Consular Court or whatever like that, and then, for example, see all these pictures, Moors in there, white fezzes, black fezzes, red fezzes. Oh my gosh, these Moors got it locked down. All the heavy hitters are in their pictures. Well, one of the heavy hitters who was always in the pictures, left. He's in the chat right now. He's in the chat right now. He left. You're riding with him, but then you're waving around that you got Moorish travel document? Okay, but the guy who you're repping, because you like guns and stuff like that, and you want to exercise rights, and you Moorish militia and stuff like that, you're waving around travel documents? When the guy who you're riding with left that, you missing something? Or are you just trying to ride the fence? You know what happens when you ride fences? What happens when you ride fences? Male or female. No one rides fences. Riding fences hurts. You don't ride fences. You ride a horse. Ride a bike. Ride your man, whatever. Nobody rides horses and pretends like they're driving. Stop the dumb stuff. 2020. We had conversations with these people. So let's see what's in this email. What did they present? Meaning of the seal. Falcon in flight with Fez. Rise to power as a free sovereign Moor. Liar. They're lying. Falcon with the Fez isn't some stuff that they made up. That's Great Seal stuff that they jacked. That's not some stuff that they made up. They're jacking other people's stuff, putting it on their stuff. The Crescent. Oh, Falcon is coming out of an eclipse. Same time that Bay Royale became an organization, which is during the full blood moon eclipse and all this stuff. There ain't no full blood moon eclipse anything. These people are traitors. Their job and their position is to cause confusion. That's what they do. Their job and their position is not to be honorable. For example, we came in the Moorish movement and we aligned ourselves with the Moors who were honorable. We aligned ourselves with them. We didn't beg, we didn't whatever. We paid our dues and aligned ourselves with them. Why? Because they were honorable. They weren't out here selling packages. They weren't out here selling anything and all that. They were giving this information to the people because it's their birthright. That's all it is. But nah, people don't want that simple stuff. They want advanced stuff. They want Prince Uriel Bay and all that stuff. You don't even know Noble Duality's birthday. Get the hell out of here. They want Asir, the Duke of Tears and all that stuff, and they don't even know what degrees the angles of the star and the flag are. Get the hell out of here. They don't know what the 5 points on the star mean. People are playing games with you. You better show yourself approved. Because if you don't, you're in trouble. Ask Sharon, ask Nora, ask Aki Bey, all these people who got kidnapped while they were with these consular court people, and then these people left them out to dry. Because they lied and told them that they got letters. We're going to, oh yeah, you get kidnapped? Nah, we got this. We're just going to send this extraction letter to them and they're going to let you go and all that. Never happened to anybody. Anybody who got kidnapped under those people either had to pay themselves out with bail, bond money, or they themselves got themselves out. Consular court never helped them get out of anything. So when they realized that that was a game, they went around, found out who were some gullible people or whatever like that, and then they found one. A guy all the way in China. And he's going to be the consul for the Moors in China. So if he's consul for the Moors in China, why is he doing Moors in America? Isn't he supposed to be... Okay, so you have Georgia consul, you have Canaanland consul, you have New York consul, you have Sheikh Mexam consul, you have consul for every one of these states or whatever. But then the China consul isn't dealing with Taiwanese Moors and Filipino Moors and Asian Moors. They're dealing with Moors across Africa, across the Atlantic Ocean, in America. Are you dumb? You must be dumb. You must be dumb. Because only somebody dumb is going to say, oh yeah, I'm going to get a document from a guy in China who's supposed to be the consul for China. Why is the consul for China, why is the consul for Georgia dealing with New York people? You wouldn't see that happen. Why is the consul for Tennessee dealing with Seattle people? You're not going to have that happen. So why is your dumbass having some guy in China dealing with your affairs and you're in America? And there's Moorish consul or whatever's in America. No, does this make any sense at all? Oh, here's another one right here. Didn't Noble Drew Ali tell you? Okay, let me ask you this question. Amaru Khan Ali. You know who Noble Drew Ali is? How you get Ali? How? Where you get Ali from? Now, if you're not telling me that some angel came from heaven and gave you Ali, you're a fraud having that. Because everybody knows the only Ali out here is Noble Drew Ali. Anybody else is a fraud. Muhammad Ali, he was a fraud. Because he got lied to. Because Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, Fard Muhammad, all of them knew Noble Drew Ali and knew that you can't give people Ali. But they also knew if they gave them Bey or El or Day or Al, that's going to give away the secret. So they want to play Muslim name and all that stuff, give people Ali. Noble Drew Ali is the only Ali. Anybody else playing Ali, they're playing games. And if you did all your paperwork and all that stuff like that, under the name Ali, and then you're giving that out or whatever like that, and you realize, damn, I've been more for 5 years and whatever like that, using Ali, and this stuff doesn't seem to be working. They're not respecting my birthrights and all that stuff because you're calling yourself Ali. That's why. And this is not a slap at you or whatever. This is truth at you. If you want to take it as a slap, then then you take it however you want it. But if you can't tell me that the angel Michael came down from the heavens on a light beam and gave you Ali, you have that as a fraud, because Drew Ali said, don't name your children that. Well, I'm an adult. Well, 101 question says Quran for Moorish children, and adults read that. So what you mean you're an adult? No, you're not. You're not adult. You just came into this 5 years, you're 5 years old. You're a 5 years old adult. Why is it Quran questions for Moorish children and adults are reading it? Obviously you're not an adult. And these are the games that these people, consuls and all that stuff, been playing games with you. You got a law dictionary? How do I find a consul? You ever look up consul to see what consul means? You should probably look up consul to see what that means. And guarantee you, when you look, exactly, you're new to this. Oh, and look again, right? This is what we're talking about. You can't tell me your name is Ali and you're calling people white man. And again, this is not a slap to you. This is truth to you. If you want to take it as a slap, hey, it is what it is. There's even more proof that you shouldn't have that Ali if you can't handle this truth right here. And this ain't nothing. We even give you the stuff that's going to turn your brain to water. We're just telling you, you can't be Ali, and there ain't no such thing as white man. There ain't no dudes over here. Ain't no hang 10 surfing California dreaming over here. We're Moors. Anybody not telling me that we're Moors? People calling people dude and guy and all that stuff. You're not ready for this yet. You have a lot of detoxing to do before you start talking about your Ali. And again, Noble Drew Ali, the only real Ali out here, told all these Moors, don't name your children Ali. And then these consular people are going to go on their website and tell you, don't name yourself Ali. And then you're looking for consular people. And then you're going to go meet the consular people. And then they're going to say, brother, and all that stuff. And they're going to, Islam more, grand rising, and all that type of stuff. Give you nationality card, give you paperwork, send you to the China guy, give you document and all stuff. And these people never told you, hey, you probably shouldn't be using Ali, because that name is exalted. Ali is one of the names of Allah. Ali is the name of Allah. So, and then we know Allah sent Noble Drew Ali. That's why he has the name Ali, because Allah sent him. So, of course, Allah is going to give it. Why would Allah send her last prophet and then call him Bear or something like that? For what? Ain't no power in that. He's prophet. Muhammad. Ali. Why do they call him Muhammad? They call him Muhammad after Elijah Muhammad. You know why they call him Ali? After Noble Drew Ali. They didn't tell anybody that part. Yeah, you think they just give them that name because he's a Muslim name, because he joined the Nation of Islam, so he's not Cassius Clay X. He's Muhammad Ali. Okay, so then if he's Ali, then how come all these other people out here, 1X, 18X, 55,000X, and these people have been 55,000X for the past 20 years. They didn't even get a Muslim name yet. They didn't get a Muslim name yet. People out here playing you. All you new people, we're telling you, all you new people, that there's Moors out here who are playing you. And the only reason that they're playing you is because the people who you went to learn never told you rvbaypublications.com. They never told you that. They tell you every other site in the world. Every other Moorish site in the world they tell you about. How come they didn't tell you about rvbaypublications.com? How come they never told you, before you proclaim your nationality, you should probably go to Blog Talk Radio, Moorish Heritage and History School, Eyes Wide Open, and go watch the past 10 years, or listen to the past 10 years of classes. And not just Moorish Heritage and History School, then you got to go listen to Sister Standing on Law, and then you got to go listen to Sons of Allah. And after you listen to all that, then you go talk about proclaim some nationality. So we're telling you this now. Whoever put you onto this information, wherever you got it from, if they didn't tell you go study before you declare who you are and proclaim who you are, they did you a disservice. Because this doesn't work because you say, my name is Ali. This doesn't work like that. You go mess around with some magistrate out here who knows what's up, knows about Noble Drew Ali and all that stuff. You go in there talking about Ali and he knows what's up, they're going to throw the book at you. Just because they can. Right? And however you're feeling right now, that's that you're supposed to feel that. Because what happened is you thought you had, you thought you had it going on because you rubbed the secret sauce on your palm, and then you went to touch the red coily thing they call stove. Because some jackass over there told you, nah, just rub that stuff on your hand. You could touch that stove all day. You ain't going to get burned or whatever. Then skin peeling off and all that stuff. And then you're not going to strangle these people who made you burn your hand off. You wrap that in some saran wrap and then you say everything's cool. Everything's not cool. Somebody played you. And again, because of people abandoning what Noble Drew Ali brought in the 1920s, one, our people are suffering by the day for lack of knowledge because he told these people study. And two, these people are suffering because they thought that everybody who looks like them is their brother and sister and they're here for the good, better good of the people and all that stuff. They don't care about the people. These people are traitors and sellouts. And the only way that you're going to be clear is if you study. Like we say, we know Moors that's been in this 5, 7, 10 years. They even got their nationality card yet. They're still studying. They're talking about, you know what? I don't even want my nationality card yet because I don't think I'm ready yet. And ask them anything, they could tell you from Article 1, Article 7, Bill of Rights 1, Bill of Rights 10, verbatim. They can tell you 101 questionnaire 1 to 101, verbatim. They can tell you, quote, chapters out of the Quran. They don't got a nationality card yet because they're not ready. Then you just came a month ago and then you got Ali and all that stuff. Somebody's playing games with you. So like we tell people, go to rvbaypublications.com and start studying. And we liken this to somebody on crack. If you call yourself black, let's just say you're a crackhead. And for some reason, you realize, damn, I gotta stop sucking this glass dick or whatever. I gotta stop this. This is not healthy. And then you get off the pipe and tomorrow you're going upstairs in some high-rise office building talking about give them your doo-doo stain resume to try to get a job, $100,000 a year. What are you talking about? You were just a crackhead yesterday. You better go back down the elevator, go back over there to your little box or whatever, and you need to detox all that BS that you have in you. That's what you have to do. But they're going to vaccine and then they're going to... Hey, ignorance of law is no excuse. Sorry. Because 2008, we told you people that the boat has left the dock. Nobody took that serious. Yeah, boats leaving the dock? What are you talking about? Huh? People are talking about, I'm not no more. I don't need nationality. We're black guys. We can do whatever we want around here. Now everybody's panicking. Now everybody wants to be holistic. Now you want to take vitamin D3 and now you want to drink soursop leaves and all that stuff. Now you want to do that. Now, if you weren't on it already, you might as well go get poke right now. Because ain't no soursop leaf protecting you from catching whatever they got out there right now. Ain't helping you. Sorry. Don't get mad. Get even. And how you get even? By showing yourself approved, going and studying, taking this serious. This is not a game. This is not a, oh, I got a ticket, so I saw more on YouTube, and then he went to court, and then he said whatever, and then the thing cut off, but the judge kicked him out of the court, so I guess that's what you got to do when you... No, it's not. No, it's not. So, we humbly suggest, first of all, get rid of that Ali, because you're definitely setting yourself up for failure with that. Second, go to rvbaypublications.com and start doing some studying, because everything on there is free. Nobody charging you arm and a leg and all that stuff for you to get right. And like we say, if this is too harsh, if the truth hurts too much, then you're not ready for the truth. How come you're not ready for the truth? Because you can't handle the truth. That's why you're not ready. Guarantee you, these people's job out here is to keep you in a state of confusion. The only way that you're confused is if you don't study. The only way that you won't be confused is if you know. If you don't know and you're assuming, you're confused. That's why you're assuming, because you don't even know which way is what. And Noble Drew Ali brought this 1900s. We're in 2020 right now. That means we're behind. And then we're only behind because we've listened to everybody except Noble Drew Ali. And now we're paying for it. So don't get mad. Don't feel defeated because, well, the Moors don't have a bank, and the Moors don't have a hospital, and the Moors don't have, so I don't want to be a Moor because the Moors don't have anything, the blacks don't have anything either. Stop the BS. And you weren't crying because the blacks didn't have their hospital. And don't tell me about some black bank because the black bank guys went to the white man to go register their bank. That's supposed to be the devil. You're going to him to register their stuff and then you're running over there. Oh yeah, we got a black bank now. We're going to take all our finance out of the European bank and put it into the black bank that's registered with the European. Huh? That's your freedom? You better off slicing your mattress and putting the stuff in there. Call that your bank. But, and if anybody else has any questions, just put it in the chat. And so they got, what else they got up in here? On their Moorish travel document BS. The Crescent has a Moorish tile pattern that symbolizes our connection to the history from the Red House at Granada, Al-Andalus, Spain, and the architecture Cordoba. And what? Crescent symbolizes Red House, Granada. I thought the Crescent is something that's out there celestially. What Red House in Granada are these people talking about? What Red House in Granada are they talking about? Represents crescents. What are you talking about? Crescent is Islamic mysticism. You know, red houses in Spain, Al-Andalus. That's not what crescents are. 5 feathers representing from right to left the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. No, it's not. That's a lie. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice is the 5 points on the green star. That's the only thing that those principles represent. Anybody else telling you that love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice is the big toe, the toe next to that, and then all the way to the baby toe, and that's the 5 principles. They're lying. They're lying. They're playing you. And again, they don't want you to know about Noble Drew Ali. They don't want you to acknowledge Noble Drew Ali. They want you to think that Noble Drew Ali is some religious guy that came here. And then he was a religious guy telling the black people that they're Moors because our religion is Islam. That's not what he did. If he knew Oscar the Priest, who obviously you don't know, if he knew all these different politicians and they were shutting down the streets for these people to do their conventions and all that stuff, obviously this wasn't some religious stuff. If he's going to the Pan American Conference and getting mandates back and all the Indian tribes are there and none of them said anything, None of them had any dispute when he got the mandate back for the land, which is everything in the Americas. And they didn't have any dispute. And then now today they're talking about, oh yeah, we're not Moors. We're Cherokee and Chippewa. We're Lenni Lenape. How come they weren't talking that BS at the Pan American Conference? In front of Noble Drew Ali's face. Oh, because all those people who call themselves Indians today, they were niggers back then. And somebody just put them on some Indian stuff yesterday. And then again, playing you again. So you think you have some stuff locked down. Two tassels on the Circle 7 represents the nobles and the North American land titles L and B. It lies. Two tassels don't represent that. That's what two tassels represent, what they made up. So the lady over there, she got something on, and then the two tassels dangling from the ends of their stuff. That means L and B? No, it doesn't. That's some design stuff on the jacket. No, well, because the Moors and no. Lying. And if the two tassels represent L and B, then what happened to Day, Al, and Ali? Where those tassels at? Because it's 5 titles. How come they only telling you about 2 titles? How come they only telling you about L and B, but then this guy's name Ali, but then that's not represented on anything? 3 green cedar pines represent the 3 growth stages of human development: belief, faith, and fruition. That's a lie. That's a lie. The 3-step ladder, belief, faith, and fruition, that's Noble Drew Ali teachings. And if Noble Drew Ali is teaching that belief, faith, and fruition is the 3-step ladder for you to find Allah, why are they telling you about 3 green cedar pines and all this stuff? They're making stuff up to fit their narrative in order to sell you what other Moors would say, sell a package, paperwork and all that stuff. They flipped it, and now they have this travel document, and then that's the package now. But they're not calling it package. They're calling it Moorish travel document, and then you're falling for it as if there's such a thing. There's no such thing as a Moorish American travel document. There's a Moorish nationality card. There's a Moorish right to travel card. A Moorish travel document, that's a fiction. That's an illusion. That's an illusion. Right? You go to the concert, and then Snoop brings out Tupac and you're trying to get an autograph. That's a hologram. What do you mean that's Tupac? Give me an autograph. What the hell are you talking about? And then, no, you can't say that. That's an illusion. That's Tupac up there and all that stuff. For real? I'm about to leave this concert. Forget this stuff. People are tripping. Jumping up and down the hologram, singing to you. You think you got something. Moorish American travel document features include security hologram protected ID page. Security hologram. Security hologram protected ID page. Hold on a second. RV Babin had Great Seal stuff on the website that had hologram on it, and nobody was looking at that as something spectacular. It wasn't something spectacular. There's something to promote. Oh yeah, we got the nationality card, and then we got the hologram on there because the hologram is going to prove that this is a legit card. But they're doing all that jumping around for the new people who don't know any better. And we're new people. We've only been in this 2008. We've only been in this 2008. We're 12. We're 12 years old. We ain't reached puberty yet. You got peach fuzz under the armpit and all that stuff, talking about go to the court and all that. Oh yeah, pass the razor. You're 12. Well, we're 12. You're probably 5, 6. You know how to spell nationality and birthrights. You still have your baby teeth. Talking about you want a nationality card. What nationality card? For what? You got baby teeth. Noble Sharif Nine Feathers Bay, Imperial Ambassador, Post Head Consul for Northeast Asia, China. He is the one who manufactures and produces the MATD. What's that? Consul for what? Northeast where? Asia, China? Oh, so if he's consul for Northeast Asia, China, why is he dealing with Moors over here? And then why are you so dumb that you don't realize? And like we said earlier, I don't care if it works. I don't care if you can take that and go to Saturn with it. They let you on the space shuttle to go to Saturn with the Moorish American travel document. It's still a fraud. Because guarantee some fraudulent democracy peoples who you showed it to, that's why they let you on the stuff with it. Because it's a fraud. Dumbo, ears, flapping. Now these people play you out of what your prophet left for you. Don't let them play you out of what your prophet left for you. What did your prophet leave for you? Your prophet left you the information that you needed in little pieces, because he told you, if I tell you everything, you're going to go back to sleep. So I have to give it to you in little crumbs. I'm going to give you in little crumbs. If I give you this whole thing, you're going to eat the whole thing, and then you're sitting there talking about your stomach's hurting. Oh my God, my stomach's hurting. Well, why do you eat everything? Why do you wolf the whole cake by yourself? Why? Duality gave it to you in pieces. He gave it to you in crumbs for a reason, and told you the reason why he gave it to you in crumbs. If I give you everything, you'll go back to sleep. Why? Because you ate so much, your belly's full. When your belly's full, all you want to do is go sleep. Rub your belly, go to sleep. Until you shit tomorrow. Get all this stuff out of you. Then you have to start over again, because now you have nothing. Because you're messed up. No more messing up. Even though we know people are going to mess up, they're going to want to eat their cake and have it too and all that stuff. Yeah, just ate the cake. Where's the cake? Oh man, I want my cake back. You shouldn't have ate all the cake. Well, what's the problem? Slow down. Yeah, but they're going to vaccine tomorrow. You know, card going to stop them. You know, Moorish travel document going to stop these people? It doesn't work like that. Now, when there was only credible Moors around, it worked like that. When there were only active, righteous Moors around, now we're going back again, dating ourselves, 2008, when only master teachers were teaching, there were no clowns teaching. There were no idiots that were saying they were Moors and you're going to them to learn. It wasn't happening. Why? Because that's the village idiot. Why are we going to him to learn when we got master teachers sitting right here? Now I guarantee you, the MATD people are the ones that told you nationality card is pointless. Guarantee you. I put 100 on it. Who told you? They call me Papa Bennett. Who told you that nationality card is useless? I bet you it was people who were pushing MATD. Bet you. And again, we're telling you, those people came, MATD just came. That stuff just happened in 2020. That just happened. Nationality card has been around since Noble Duality. And you're telling me nationality card is pointless, but MATD is where it's at? You're telling me, yeah, we're not going to consider Kane and Rakim and whatever like that. We're going to consider Little Whatever as the best rapper of all time. Get the hell out of here. What are you talking about? Yeah, he's the best of all time because, you know, No, he's not. He just came yesterday. There's no way he's the best of all time. He just came yesterday. It's impossible that the guy who came yesterday has more credibility than people who've been around for 100 years. And if you're one to think that the guy who came yesterday is more credible than the man who came 100 years ago, who was called the prophet and was acknowledged by the world, and you're not taking his stuff serious, but you're going to take this guy who came yesterday, he's in China. You got the Hitler mustache under his chin talking crazy to you? You don't realize something's wrong here? Hitler mustache under the chin guy? People are playing you. Like we said earlier, they're going to tell you about the Grand Rising flag. There's no Grand Rising flag, nothing. There's some fake stuff these people made up. There's some fake stuff that they made up. And why'd they make it up? Why'd they make that up? Why didn't they just do a Duality? Duality told you green star, they got a yellow star. These people aren't traitors? They didn't even put a green star on the thing. They didn't put a green star on the thing. They didn't even put the thing in your colors as a Moor. Moors know what their colors are. Red and green. That's our colors as Moors. Ain't nothing else. Red and green's the Moors' colors. Nah, they don't want red and green. They want red and yellow. They want blue and orange. They want white and blue. How is that Moorish? How is that representing me as a nation? How? How? Right? They got Negroes. Remember, this is the one that they sent to us in 2020. I heard that they upgraded the stuff. Now they got pictures of Noble Duality in there, and they got whatever like that. So what happened to all the people who got these ones? Did they get a refund? Did they get a re whatever? Nah, they didn't. Just keep playing people. Islam to all the Moors worldwide. Why is Selena into that? You know what? We're not even going there. Islam to all the Moors worldwide. Peace and love. We're getting the countdown. Honors to all the Moors. Study, study, study. RV Bay Publications. Honors to Duality and all mothers. Islam.